on Chapel Street, South Yarra. A bit barren. Yeah. Yeah. Really awesome. I guess the one I did in the one I did in Sydney was kind of moving. And I had like an organ and I had like a speaker on a trolley and it was kind of moving, which was pretty good. This is good, but the one in Sydney, and I typically do that every week. This one's good. Good experience, and then on Australia Day as well. Just to throw some, at the end of the day, God does own all land, and of course, the knowledge of Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, who typically descended, 5,000 years ago, India in Kurukshetra, and of course, in this story, known as the Bhagavad Gita, and he spoke to his disciple. I spoke to his first disciple, Arjuna, and he tried to explain the knowledge from this Gita, or the. And so I'm actually looking to go to India actually around about. I'm planning August. I'm planning a trip to India in August. I've got a colleague wants to go to looking to go to India. So yeah, I'll probably go to India and go to Kurukshetra, the most spiritual place, of course, at least in this on this planet. Go to Delhi, go to Agra, see the Taj Mahal. Maybe go to Mumbai. Maybe go to do a tiger trek. Do a tiger trek as well. Maybe see a tiger. And maybe go to the River Ganges, swim in the River Ganges, and also do some yoga. Typically, obviously, the birthplace of yoga. Some Bollywood dancing. I know Mumbai is kind of the place for that. Yeah, pretty good, isn't it? You've got this on Australia Day. People claiming land, and I don't know, God or Krishna owns the land, and unless I guess you come to sort of realize that, well, I don't know, no one's going to be happy, at least in this material world, and we're going to be caught in this nescience, or typically a suffering because we don't come back to the Godhead and do typically yoga processes, and having a kirtan or a kirtana is a very, very high form of yoga or bhakti yoga. Not exactly a big sort of turnout. Ideally, you want to be. I know I did a kirtan when I was in Toronto. Was it Montreal? It was somewhere in Canada, and we typically were on the streets and chanting, and it was just a better kind of setup, and people were kind of getting into it, dancing as they were walking past, and there was a bit more sort of involvement. I just don't think the venue is that great. We're kind of on the corner of Chapel Street and Melbourne Road. Could be a better venue. I don't know, maybe the Yarra River at South Bank or something would be. I was actually heading so I came to South Yarra and I was heading to the tennis. I was going to go to a place to watch the tennis, and I'll still do that. I mean, the match probably doesn't start till 7:30 anyway. And of course, disaster. Djokovic, knocked out. I mean, come on, by Sinner. Come on. So yes, knocked out in the semis, going for his 11th, and more importantly, going for to get to the final, and then the 25 singles. But I don't know, I guess life goes on, and I've got to do the commentary for the second semi, and then the final, and then the Sabalenka thing from China, singles final tomorrow night. I don't know exactly where I'll be. I may come again to South Yarra. I just don't know. Whether I go to Fed Square, I just don't know. See someone sort of dancing, typical kind of Krishna Indian kind of dress and sort of dancing on the streets there. I don't know. It's kind of bright pink top and a white. But yeah, it's kind of my nightlife. Like when I hit the clubs now, I tend to wear some sort of bright colours. But it's not typical. If you go to a temple, I don't know. I guess maybe the women kind of wear dresses and bright colours, whereas men not so much. It's more kind of, I don't know whether they kind of wear robes or sort of just something a little bit more conservative anyway. But yeah, I mean, you can wear whatever you want. Going to a temple, that itself is not the issue. Taking your shoes off is important. Yeah, when you go to a temple, you take your shoes off. And that's pretty much the same. If you go into a mosque, you take your shoes off. At churches, well, yeah, take your shoes off. If you go to a church, you should take your shoes off. And the same with synagogues. So any temple for that matter. I think that is quite an important thing. And even wash your feet. Wash your feet before you go. So your feet are clean and you don't sort of dirty, the floor. And typically do, various prayers and worship, and whether it's I don't know, the different sort of forms they have in the different religions or different temples. And yeah, and obviously vegetarian diet, no alcohol, and no coffee. You got to get back to the basics. I mean, the society's just become, so materialistic. I think, come on. I mean, think about it. Having alcohol in a religious institution. I mean, yeah, you can see what I'm sort of getting at. And a vegetarian diet, and no coffee, so no intoxicants, no drugs. Okay, a bit more of a gathering, sort of building up the, because you got to need the numbers. If you're gonna do a kirtan or a kirtana, you need quite a few people, and it's got to be loud. It needs to be heard. It has to be loud, and it's just the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it's just 3 words: Hare Krishna and Rama. I mean, anyone can learn it, and there's just so many different ways of seeing it. I mean, Oh, yeah, I think my arm's getting a bit tired. I might just have to, yeah, I think I'll just log off. Just the fact that I'm struggling to hold the phone. So that was the Baron Breaks, Krishna, Chapel Street on Australia Day.